He's describing all the best parts of the song.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's what brings me in. That's what keeps me going. Like, what do you mean?
Why doesn't Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake make me wanna We're continuing Fantano reviews the 2000s based on a tier list. His takes are bad. Our takes are better. So here we are to prove that to the world through our scientific method of Kelly Clarkson is the best. All the rest just imitators or whatever we do here. Here on the Emo Social Club podcast, defending Kelly Clarkson. Who needs it? So we're getting 06. We have had really only Green Day as like a pop punk emo artist so far on these lists. So I'm hoping maybe we get more in 06 because this was the boom. But this might be our show that like, yeah, these artists never made it to top 10 on Billboard.
Yeah. Or they were like one hit wonders.
Hawthorne Heights. It's a one hit wonder.
No, they weren't.
Well, hi and hello, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for another edition of our series where we go over the top 10 Billboard singles in a given year. Interesting array of songs end up in this top 10. We are going to have a range of genres and emotions on this video, so watch out. We are going to ease you guys into it, though, with the, I guess, somewhat underappreciated Beyonce single Check on It.
I mean, yeah, I don't remember this song at all.
I don't know this Beyonce song.
Is it just because it's Beyonce that it's top 10?
Probably. Like, I would think that it was just because it's Beyonce that it was there, most likely. Ooh, boy, you're looking like you like what you see.
I still say I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce.
I mean, she has good songs, but I feel like, I mean, this is how I also feel kind of about Taylor Swift, is that like it's so overplayed and overdone because of like the Stannies that it makes me like kind of uninterested.
I just don't think it's good music.
Oh,
I don't know, man. It doesn't hit me. I'm saying C top. I can't just put it at B tier because it's Beyonce.
No, I feel like C is fair because she had so many other like singles that had come out over the 2000s and 2010s that are a little bit more like rememberable.
Yeah.
Which I think has a great beat, some great overdubbed vocals as well, but maybe not one of her more standout choruses, which I think is why it's not necessarily like, you know, withstood the test of time, like maybe other singles from her have. I would put this pretty solidly in the B row. It's pretty good. We're putting B in B. Following that, though, we have the much more critically acclaimed Sexy Back.
I gotta go A.
Yeah, I mean, it's still long standing.
Yeah, song bangs. There's not a lot going on in there. There's not a lot to Sexy Back, but what it's got is incredible.
Yeah.
Of course, from Justin Timberlake and Timbaland. And, you know, gonna be honest with you, I think the song is overrated as hell. I think it falls flat and it ages worse and worse every year. Those little Tom perks in the beat are cute, but everything else about the instrumental is awful. From the super distorted and staccato synthesizers that are rigid as hell and don't sound sensual or groovy or sexy in any way.
Why would they?
Oh yeah, that's hot. That's really hot. I also love Justin Timberlake's shouts of yeah. Also super sexy. His over-the-top vocalizations. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave.
He's describing all the best parts of the song.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's what brings me in. That's what keeps me going. Like, what do you mean?
Again, there's nothing sexy about the track at all. And while there are some elements of kinkiness in the lyrics, it's so performative. It's such a
elements.
Why doesn't Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake make me wanna fuck?
I don't even think, well, Justin Timberlake has never been an artist that I would ever classify as like a horny artist. So I feel like to even say that is incorrect. And like you have
I came here to be horny
expectations for Justin Timberlake.
It sounds like a depiction of freaky sex from someone who does not have freaky sex because
the song is not
freaky.
Kind of
vanilla,
it's not meant to be freaky. If anything, again, this was played on like the mix for moms.
A lot darker.
It has to be mid.
Like a D row on this one. Honestly, I really do not enjoy listening to it. I think it's annoying. First hot take out of the way in this video.
First hot take.
Next one we have Chameleon Air with Ryden featuring.
I know Chameleon Air. Do not know this song. do
don't
like
know.
his hat that says
Who is
Camilitary.
Wait, what's his chain say?
Koopa,
Koopa? Huh.
but it's a lizard, not a Koopa.
Right, solo.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't feel bad for not knowing that it's called Ridin' and not Ridin' Dirty. I'm sorry that the internet made it a different song.
Man, this track's so southern and a bling era classic. You can't not love this song. Those synth horns sound fantastic.
You're talking about how
the beat
crazy
is bumping.
it's spelled. I think that's great.
The synth horns sound so good. Back to the synths sound really like, fuck off, man. This is where, like, okay, whenever anyone bitches about Fantano saying things or like anything, they're like talking about songs, like, and they don't make songs, it's a bad take. Everyone is allowed to make a comment about anything from the perspective they have, because art exists outside of just artists enjoying it, and you can say whatever the fuck you want. Okay, so we're on that. This is the first time they'll ever say, like, man, you need to make some synths, because I bet you would have a different opinion, Fantano. You need to go to a studio. You need to write some synths. Write some synths
Right now.
Synth up. The only time I'll ever do that. I don't think Fantano needs to make music to comment on music.
No.
This is pretty handily going in the A row, honestly. This track is great. This track is amazing.
Whatever,
if you're
man.
not familiar with
Have
this song,
it. Whatever.
please familiarize
All right,
yourself.
man.
It's a standout for sure. Okay, following this, we have another 2000s
Whatever, bro.
anthem. That would be Gnarls Barkley's Crazy.
I mean, it's so good.
I've never liked this song.
I remember when I lost my mind. Never saw the songs about that place.
I've never liked this song, and I cannot put my finger on why.
The song is kind of a banger to me. I understand that it can get annoying, but I still say it's A tier from like the song itself being well put together, generally fun to listen to at the time. Everybody kind of knew it and like sang along to it.
It's fine. I mean, it stands the test of time. Like you can play it in most places and be like, yeah.
If you guys don't know about the CeeLo Green and Danger Mouse project, Gnarls Barkley, I mean, please, listen to the debut. There are so many freaking good tracks on it. And Crazy is, one of the rare instances where you have such a smash hit and it's actually just like a fantastically good song, and it's sound vocally and instrumentally, aesthetically. The writing is there as well. The way elements of alternative pop and soul and hip hop fuse together on this cut, so tasteful, so good. Yeah, I mean, it's fire. It's wonderful. It's amazing. I would put it in the S row pretty handily. Next, we have an interesting one. Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten.
This song is a banger today.
Yeah, it is.
The song keeps getting played.
Like
Everywhere I go, it's played.
It's a fucking smacks. I almost said smacker, and I'm like, no, that's not what I.
It's a real smacker. It's a smack. We're not adding that word into our way of describing things. Yeah. But no, this song, like literally, like I've heard it at bars this weekend. I've heard it at every venue, like in the pre-show music. Like this is just a major song right now. It's insane. It just surprises me, like of all the songs, like even on this list, like we don't really hear Crazy at every venue, but we're now hearing Natasha Bedingfield, a literal one-hit wonder with one song.
She had Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Okay, so a one-hit wonder who is still getting played at all these places, and I'm just like kind of surprised and amazed, but very happy because the song do go.
Which in some respects, I think
you can tell when he doesn't like something when he's just like, and yeah, and he like has to like back up his argument when he like doesn't like something, but when he likes something, he's just like, it's good, it's very good. The way that the synths,
you should take it for face value.
Well, synths, Anthony Fantano. You don't know shit about synthesizers, Anthony Fantano.
I think
play the video.
A little late to the
smackers
party when it comes to female singer-songwriters with, kind of a bump-in pop / hip-hop beat blend behind them, some acoustic guitars in the mix. There was tons of stuff like this that dropped in the 90s and did well commercially. And even with all those established hits and singer-songwriters out there who did pretty much the same thing, I wouldn't say Natasha Bedingfield necessarily stood out like strictly in an artist's sense. I think for the most part, her career kind of fell off slowly after the release of the song. I'm just saying it's not entirely a one-hit wonder situation, but it's sort of a one-hit wonder situation. Like in Natasha's defense, she's got a few bangers. A Pocket Full of Sunshine being another one.
Look, but, Lizzie, Anthony Fantano agreed with you. How do you feel?
That he said that she does have other bangers?
And agreed with you specifically. How do you feel that Anthony Fantano agreed with you specifically?
I mean, fine, because other people would also agree with me.
Believable.
He's just another man on the internet. Another white man on the internet.
Written is easily the biggest. As far as a song goes in this field, in this style, in this aesthetic, I think Unwritten is great. The beats and guitars come together really well. The verses are pretty engaging, but it's really the chorus on this thing that sells it, makes it an anthem. Feel the rain on your skin.
No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else. No one else.
When it hits, vocals are on point, writing is on point. I just think it's a really fantastic modern singer-songwriter pop fusion. I would put it in the A tier.
People.
Okay, following this, we are getting the mega.
First of all, glad that he put that in A. Second of all, yeah, this song kind of rules. Shakira rules.
Booty shaking, hip rolling. That's what I'm looking for in a dance song.
So first of all, it's already a Kermit impression. I'm on tonight, my hips don't leg. That's already there. But this is also the song where he says Shakira, Shakira. So S tier immediately.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Shakira. Perfect. That's like saying take it to the bridge, but take it to Shakira,
Just remember, Wyclef Jean also just did a song with Fall Out Boy.
The Rain. Stop connecting it to a Fall Out Boy song that isn't bad post.
It's a good song. Just say you have bad taste.
Nope.
Yep.
A hit from Shakira, "Hips Don't Lie," featuring Wyclef Jean. We're going to get some hot takes in this video at this point. Yeah, I'm not into this track. I think it's mid. I mean, I think the beat is great.
Incorrect.
I'm not going to hold it against Fantano too hard, but I do think he's just absolutely wrong, objectively wrong.
Like a track with horns and drums this hype, the beat should be a lot louder, and yet it's not really. But yeah, I just don't really think Hips Don't Lie is that great of a song when you get down to the nitty gritty. I get why people think it's a hype track. The moments on it that pop and sound bold certainly sound no. But I think the inner workings of it really could use a bit of work. I'm feeling a C tier on this one. We are feeling a C tier. Okay, next we have a song that tends to warrant an eye roll or two when it comes up in discussion or in playlists. That would be James Blunt's "Yeah, Beautiful."
Okay, it's not great, but it's not terrible.
Fun fact, this was the first slow song I ever danced with a boy to.
Oh my God, it's S tier.
I was in middle school. No, it's not a good song.
It's not great. It's not great.
I mean, it's pure mom rock. Like you listen to it, you're like, yep, this is of the time.
God, what a weird, creepy song. What a weird, creepy, obsessive, whiny singer-songwriter type song about a guy who sees a girl with her man, on public transit, and she smiles at him for some reason, probably because he looks crazy. All right. I'm putting this in the F tier. This is not it. This is really not it. Okay, I know she's not the most
little harsh. Anyway.
Relevant out there right now, but there's got to be some Nelly Furtado fans watching.
Nelly Furtado, we failed. We failed as a culture. Nelly Furtado specifically.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but she deserved everything, and we gave her nothing. Or not enough,
I'm
anyway.
Like a bird, and then she did Promiscuous with Timbaland.
I would go...
I'd go B or A.
I'd go A. I'd lean A. She had a string of hits featuring Timbaland, one of them featuring JT, probably her least horny one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying we failed her, and she deserved more. Fantano will say, I don't know. She had a lot of songs, unnecessary. Should have just let them all throw them in the trash.
In the comments, right? Nelly Furtado fans, stand up. Announce yourselves in the comments. Announce yourselves proudly. I'm a fan of Nelly. Come and rub my belly. That's a really popular chant. Yeah, here we have one of her bigger tracks. Promiscuous featuring Timbaland. And yeah, the 2006 was really Timbaland's year, apparently. But I think this track kind of stinks too. It's not great. It's mid as hell. I think it's actually more obviously mid in ways that the Justin Timberlake song isn't.
Well, no.
I mean,
But again, Lizzie, you have one example of you doing that.
No, I have many examples of other people wanting to shake their ass in the clubs to promiscuous.
Think the beat is okay, but here's the thing. The singing on the chorus is ass, number one. And number two, like the back and forth between Nelly and Timbaland in the verses and in the lyrics, like has no chemistry whatsoever to it. Like I get no tension. I get no anything off of listening to them together. It just sounds corny. It sounds like a put on. It sounds horrendously fake.
I don't think Anthony Fantano gets horny. I don't.
Is that the new theory? I don't think I understand what being horny means.
Gonna sound like crap in a song. It's in the E tier. Okay, next we have...
What the fuck?
What?
E tier. Why
would you do that so quick? Coward.
Bastard.
Sean Paul with Temperature, who we've
S tier.
Banger. S tier. I want to hear absolutely fucking nothing.
Talked about before in these videos. I don't think Temperature is one of his better tracks, frankly. I think it's got a lot of energy.
I fucking give up.
I think it's got a lot of viscera.
Man.
Sean Paul vocally is going off on the track, and
correct.
the beat is like really driving and hard hitting. I think the energy of the song is kind of something to behold. But outside of that, I just don't think it's his sharpest songwriting or a hook writing either. You know, it does hit hard. It does have, again, an energy to it, but I don't think it's terribly memorable outside of a few moments.
What do you
honestly,
mean?
I'm going to put it in the
C
tier and be quick with it. And finally, to wrap things up, the number one song for 2006, according to Billboard, was Daniel Powter's "You Had a Bad Day."
The song fucking sucks. The song is bad. The song fucking sucks. Look at this Coldplay looking motherfucker. Put on a beanie, came out, had a bad day. Fuck this guy. Yeah, and now I'm taking it out on Daniel Powter for every other bad take that Fantano has had in this video. I'm taking it out directly on Daniel Powter. I don't care. This song was bad. Bad Day was a bad song.
It just
not
didn't
good.
hit you when you were like, yeah, I did have a bad day.
No, fuck that. I listened to fucking emo music in 06.
2000.
It's like he wanted to be Train, but it's not Train. It's not fucking Train.
No one could be Train. No one
Drop
could
my
talk
Jupiter.
about getting hit by a purple scion.
He drops my Jupiter till I train.
I don't like that at all. Please, can you retract that statement?
He dangles my powder till I have a bad day. I don't care.
Brian, can you leave?
No.
Cause you had a bad day.
It's a bad song. Bad song.
Which is handily one of the worst songs of the 2000s. I was actually kind of shocked when I saw it in the list here because I thought it came out much later, maybe more bordering on the 2010s, but no, this is a mid-2000s song, and I'm not even going to say it's mid because saying it's mid would really be kind of underplaying it. It's funny song. This is the same year that You're Beautiful dropped because I feel like a lot of the same reasons I feel like that track is horrible. This song is also horrible. It's like Sesame Street music for adults. And not that I'm against the idea in concept of like, you know, using music as a healing mechanism or listening to music when you actually have in fact had a bad day to lighten your mood or feel a little less alone in the world. I mean, that's great. That's fine. That's fantastic. That's the power of music to a T. However, I don't want to meet the person who, when they genuinely have a bad day, puts on Bad Day to, like, you know, basically wring out those feelings. I give Bad Day the
there
F. And here you go. This is the
you know, I will say, I have recently heard Bad Day in my house because my brother will listen to it in his playlists. He also listens to country.
I mean, he needs to have an
worship
intervention.
music for some reason.
He needs to go to prison. Arrest that man. He
Arrest
listens to Daniel Powter's Bad Day unironically. Get him out of here.
He was listening to, like, I heard him listening to 3 Days Grace. I was like, you all right? You good?
That was a cry for help, Lizzie. Once again, we've had a bad day. We feel strongly that Fantano is our mortal enemy and hasn't changed.
No.
No emo tracks on this. No pop rock. No pop punk. No rock. I think Natasha Bedingfield is probably the closest we actually get to
Yes.
that, which is kind of awesome. I'm glad that he at least saw the value in that song when he didn't have to. But bad takes from Fantano once again. We once again have reached Bad Take Island. Population, Fantano and us.
Tragic.
Except for putting Daniel Powder in F, he was correct and accurate. And he's Stan, a guy who also can rip Daniel Powder's Bad Day to shreds.